Anyway, so you decided to start homeschooling. How did you go about choosing the curriculum for your kids?
So as with anything in life, you start from where you know, and we started from school must be serious. You must have a curriculum, and you must be able to mark and show this progress of learning. And so that's how we started. We went and got an off-the-shelf box curriculum. At that point, it was Accelerated Christian Education, ACE, which is an amazing resource. And I'd highly recommend it for people who need that structure in terms of tracking progress and knowing for each grade what needs to be covered and ensuring that every day that's covered. And so that's how we started. And in the process of starting from what we knew, then I discovered my personality and discovered my child's personality. So I had started with a schedule, we start by 8, you need to be seated. And the book says, start with alphabets and start with the sounds and the phonics. Then I discovered my son just couldn't sit still. He hated it. I hated having to follow a schedule because I was failing at keeping to the rigid, rigorous structure. And a few months into it, it was an exhausting experience. I was an exhausted and happy parent was teaching. I'd lost the reason why I was teaching because I was pushing him to make sure we keep to a structure and we don't fall behind a structure. And I missed the joy of knowing him as he's put together. But then it was just him before the rest came. There were tears. He was crying. I was crying. We're happy. And so we put it aside and just started with what does he enjoy? He loves cars, still loves cars. And if I wanted to get through to him, I needed to understand cars. So even teaching him colors and reading and math, I had to enter his world and introduce it in motion and activity. And then I discovered, I don't need to use a curriculum. I can use resources. And so that's what we've transitioned into. So we use resources to learn something. So if it's math, there are many resources that you can use, which we use. And if it's English, if it's science, if you're learning the body, and these resources are everywhere. There's the internet, there's YouTube, there's Textbook Center, bookshops where you buy books, and then there's books that we bring in. So we're now mix and match, mix them, gather them, and put it all together. At the end of the day, the goal is accomplished. I'm enjoying learning them, and they have a happy teacher mom.